There are people who won't be able to focus on this because of how messy my bed is. That's bullshit. Focus on me. I'm wearing the same makeup I wore last night, not because I had a long, intense night or anything. So you just gotta deal with it. That's who I am. I feel like if I show this to someone before I go on a date with them, then I don't have to explain to them why my room's such a mess all the time. I'm like, look, I just live in here. Doesn't matter if I'm filming a video, doesn't matter if I'm trying to impress you. This is what it looks like. I'm sorry. The video for today is five ways to have fun with body positivity. Now, before we get into anything, here's a disclaimer. This is 5 ways that I have fun with body positivity, not 5 ways that every single person finds fun to have with body positivity. Sure. And why do I say have fun with body positivity? Everyone on Instagram who is body positive seems to be having so much fun and laughing in a bathing suit, but then they write an entire caption about how they had to fight for their body acceptance, and you start to think that maybe their life isn't so fun and easy. It can be very not fun to be body positive because it's a lot of work. It requires a lot of explanation for like who you are and for your body size, and it just requires you to think a lot about like the person that you're putting out into the world and the presentation that you're doing. Beyond that, you have to analyze science and statistics, and it's full on being an activist for like your size and for women in general and for people in general. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of research, it's a lot of thought. And when you're thinking, you're probably not having too much fun. I don't know, I didn't go to an Ivy League school, so that's kind of how I view life. Maybe people are like, oh, you know what? I have a lot of fun when I think just forever. I'm staring at a wall and I'm fucking thinking. So again, this is specific to me. If all you want to do is think about the science and politics of body positivity and that's fun for you, it's important to do. It's important to do the rough things, but this is the fun things that you can do when you're trying to remind yourself to love yourself, or when you already love yourself and you just want to explore that love. So the number one thing that I love to do for body positivity is self-pampering. Quite literally, like if you feel good, you're going to imagine yourself as looking good. If you do like a face mask, which I'm totally gonna do today, or if you actually wash your face after a long night out. I mean, I didn't, but if you do, then that little note of like taking care of yourself, to me it feels like a love note for my body. I like taking baths. I like, again, I'm obsessed with face masks, face scrubs, anything. But you can totally find DIY options for like self-pampering, and I think that when you feel good, you look good. Number 2 is what I call going all out. This is very specific to me. Not everyone likes to do this, but if you look on my Instagram at While Not Famous, shameless plug there, go check me out. You will be able to see that I do like getting dressed up and doing my makeup and going out somewhere to socialize with other people. This might be something as small as like a farmer's market, a bar, a brewery, but wherever you go, I feel like it's nice to dress up and just make yourself feel as rockin' and badass as possible. And for me, I like doing that by doing good makeup and putting on a nice outfit. I'm super into fashion, super into makeup, so that's going all out. Number 3 is spending time with other people who are either in the body positive movement or who believe in body acceptance and body positivity. I love my friends no matter who they are, but I especially click with some of my friends who are like on the bigger side, where we can talk about all the shit that we used to go through and all the shit we love about ourselves now and what it's like to date as a person with an ass and constantly get messages on Tinder about having a butt. But if you don't have those people in your life, if you're only surrounded by people who are like either not body positive or super into dieting or like just don't have similar body struggles to you, maybe go out and find some new friends, and then you can connect over all the things that you share in your life. Like some of my best friends are skinny and they don't have these experiences, but they empathize. But it can always be really nice to have someone who's also been through all of this and also has opinions on like health at every size and all of that stuff from a perspective that you share. And that's whatever you go through. If your body positivity is mainly focused around a different ability, or if you have a certain body type, or if you're trans or queer, what have you, making friends who have those similar things to you can be really, really nice. And I'm sure a lot of you already know that. That's really important for me. It's nice to surround myself by people who are more my size, especially if we can share clothes. I mean, that's the ideal. So my number 4 thing for body positivity is, I think, something that we go in phases of. Like, a lot of the body positive people, including myself, don't post pictures of themselves eating like really good foods on Instagram. I personally don't do it too much. A, because I'm not gonna like take time to take a photo before I eat something. B, because I know that food, you look at quantity and you look at what someone's eating, can be very triggering to someone who's still recovering from an eating disorder, and I do want to steer clear of that. But if you're working on body positivity, actually taking advantage of the freedom that you're allowing yourself to eat whatever you want and however much of it you want, and to move freely when you want to. Some days you might just want to sit around, but just not having expectations for yourself, really taking advantage of those freedoms. When I was really trying to like exercise for weight loss, would not let myself slow down. I would always do like the highest intensity thing like for the longest time I could. But now that I'm giving myself freedom to move how I want to, some days I want to do restorative yoga. Some days I want to do a butt workout, but just like a 10-minute Tabata. Some days I am kind of an active person, I would say, but some days all I want to do is do the yoga classes that I'm teaching with my students. So there's a huge variety for me of movement, and I don't have any set schedule, and being okay with that with my own body has been a really revolutionary step for my body acceptance. I'm not trying to work out to fit any fitness goal or whatever. I'm just trying to work out because I enjoy movement. And it feels so good. It feels so much better. A way to have fun with body positivity is actually taking advantage of all the freedoms that you're giving yourself. Eating whatever you want. You don't need to post it on Instagram. In fact, do you. Do your own adventure, but it can trigger eating disorders, so I really don't encourage it for everyone unless you're putting it out there as like, hey, this is an Instagram you should follow. If you are a fat girl who loves food and you want to see other fat girls who I would fucking love that Instagram. Does that exist? If there's an Instagram of fat girls eating food, can you please comment it in the section down below? I will follow it immediately, and I love it already. 5 is spending more time in nature. This is getting into some hippie stuff. I know I run the risk of being a little bit hippie with this, but basically, whether you like it or not, you are a natural being, and a lot of body confidence is moving back to that natural root, moving back to who you naturally are. Can't talk right now. Who you naturally are and how your body naturally is. Now, you can of course try to do that in a city, walking past constant billboards and just surrounding yourself with people. I grimaced so much when I said people, but there's also something really healing about being with yourself or with other people in nature. I am a true crime fan, so I would never encourage taking a walk by yourself in the woods. Don't do that. Walk by yourself on the beach? Maybe. Have someone track your phone while you're there. And connecting with nature, especially by yourself, whether it's going to your backyard or spending some time with animals, can be hugely helpful and can take your mind away from the system that it gets caught up in when we're spending too much time like surrounded by societal pressures. Being in nature, there's no pressure to be a lean person. There's no pressure to have giant boobs and a big ass and an hourglass waist. There's none of that because you're just in nature. And there should be none of that in our minds, but there always are those thoughts that sneak up and they can be triggered by things. Nature is pretty much a trigger-free space. You walk out, feel your feet in the grass, all of a sudden you don't care what size your feet are. You go outside, you feel the sun on your skin, you don't care if your skin has cellulite. Like, there's so many things that you can really be reminded of if you go out and spend some time in nature. So that's number 5, and you should totally try it out. Also, swimming is like one of the most liberating feelings in the world. Also, being in the rain. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. It is going to be the first video on my channel, so subscribe down below. I'm really trying to get up to 100 followers so that I can get my own personal URL. YouTube won't let you do that if you don't have any videos or people watching. Follow me on Instagram at WildNotFamous, and if you want to learn more body positivity tips for yourself and even do personalized coaching sessions, I do offer both 30 and 50-minute personalized coaching sessions on my website, so check those out. Everything's going to be in the description box below. I also am very inactive on Twitter and a couple other social media sites, I think. Facebook. Yeah, do those things if you want. Bye!